What's up, everyone? A massive character info drop just hit Wuthering Waves. With the Mengzhou expansion right around the corner, Yangyang is officially leading the hype train as one of the most anticipated upcoming 5-star units in the entire game. Her official drip marketing went live last night, basically locking her in as a headlining character for the version 3.5 update. Today, we're breaking down everything we know about her so far. We'll cover her expected release date, the drip art details, leaked gameplay, playstyle theories, her signature weapon, best team comps, optimal echo sets, and all the major speculation surrounding her kit. Before we dive in, if you want the latest Wuthering Waves updates, make sure to hit that notification bell. Helping the channel grow brings us closer to hosting awesome giveaways, so remember to subscribe and drop a comment down below. With that out of the way, let's jump straight into the good stuff because we have a mountain of exciting 3.5 character info to unpack, starting with a full breakdown of Yangyang SP. First, let's talk about who this upgraded version of Yangyang actually is. Thanks to last night's drip marketing, we got some juicy new lore regarding her role moving forward. The official description notes that as the second daughter of a renowned musical family, she can resonate with the surrounding air, gathering it to create a powerful energy field with her forte-forged azure plume. If you've caught any glimpses of her gameplay footage, you've probably noticed the distinct azure plume aesthetic, featuring a bird-themed moveset and stunning combat effects. It's clearly a foundational element of her design and will likely dictate her entire gameplay loop. Looking at the fundamentals, recent details confirm she is a 5-star Havoc Sword character. Her official tags designate her as a dedicated main damage dealer who scales primarily off her heavy attacks and synergizes heavily with Havoc Bane. This immediately tells us she is meant to be a selfish main carry, rather than a support or sub-DPS, focusing entirely on outputting massive numbers through heavy attacks and the Havoc Bane mechanic. Now let's dive into the actual combat mechanics, because this is where her kit gets incredibly wild. The most fascinating aspect of her gameplay is that she revolves entirely around alternating between two distinct combat stances. She features the Azure Sword stance and the Feather Sword stance, both of which run on a unique resource called Melody, which serves as her fort gauge. Throughout a fight, you'll be managing this Melody gauge while swapping between both stances to maximize your damage. When her Melody runs completely dry, her Resonance skill transforms into Sword Stance Flow. This move instantly refills her Melody, grants an Azure Plume stack, and unlocks massive bonuses for her next strike. Depending on your active stance, you'll trigger either Bated Breath or Drifting Mist, both of which drastically amplify the critical damage of her next major attack. This isn't just a minor stat bump either, as early information points to a staggering 100% critical damage buff on that empowered hit, transforming her into an absolute burst monster. On top of that, she builds up a stack called Feathered Oath up to 6 times, with each individual stack granting an extra 40% critical damage to her heavy attacks. At maximum stacks, she benefits from a mind-blowing 180% critical damage increase alongside that extra 100% burst modifier, resulting in an absurdly high multiplier. To make things better, any team member can help generate these stacks simply by applying Havoc Bane to the enemy. Her outro skill is just as impressive, granting the incoming Resonator a 20% Havoc damage amplification that lasts for a generous 20 seconds whenever a teammate triggers Havoc Bane. Shifting focus to her gear, Yangyang's signature weapon is expected to be called the Azure of Heaven. It sports a fantastic 24.3% critical rate main stat, which is exactly what you want for a premier damage dealer, alongside passive effects that boost heavy attack damage and interact with the Havoc Bane mechanic. For her optimal echo setup, version 3.5 is introducing a perfect brand new set called Song of Feather Trace. The 5-piece set bonus provides Yangyang with a massive 20% critical rate boost and increases her heavy attack damage by 45% for 15 seconds. Because her kit scales so heavily off heavy attacks, this set makes optimizing her stats significantly easier and will absolutely be her mandatory best-in-slot option when the patch drops. With all this kit information available, we can already piece together her most effective team synergies. The most obvious pairing is running Yangyang alongside Suisui. They complement each other beautifully, since Suisui functions as a stellar healer, and support who can provide powerful buffs to elevate Yangyang's damage. Your third slot will be a crucial flex position dedicated to someone who can apply negative status effects. You could use Electro Rover for Electro Flare, or opt for other Havoc Bane amplifiers like Danjin or Chaiza. A highly effective core team would consist of Sui Sui as your primary support, Chisa in the second support slot, and Yangyang acting as the hyper carry to fully abuse her massive built-in critical stats. Alternatively, you could run a secondary team featuring Chisa alongside Yuno. Since Yangyang relies so heavily on heavy attacks, Yuno makes a fantastic sub-DPS choice thanks to the major attack buffs provided by her outro skill, leaving Chisa to manage the negative status application. This setup creates an incredibly fluid rotation that keeps Yangyang's damage ceiling sky high. Looking at the big picture, Yangyang is shaping up to be an absolute game-changer for the Mengzhou expansion. There is so much to look forward to here, from her dual stance gameplay to the new echo sets and tailored supports. The synergy with Electro Rover even adds more weight to the rumors that Electro Rover might finally arrive in version 3.5. Furthermore, she marks the very first time a base 4-star character is receiving a premium 5-star upgrade, which sets an amazing precedent for other characters down the line. They have truly done her character justice with this incredible upgrade. Of course, this is just the tip of the iceberg since we are still waiting on official kit reveals and full gameplay showcases rather than the brief teasers we've seen so far. We can expect a flood of concrete data over the coming weeks as we get closer to the patch. I want to hear your thoughts on this entire breakdown. Are you already saving up your pulls for Yangyang SP, or are you planning to summon for Sui Sui and the other upcoming Mengzhou units? If you found this breakdown helpful, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on those notifications so you never miss any future version 3.5 updates. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the very next video.